Hey everybody, this is JTech95. So you may remember, not too long ago I did a LAN Party video showing when we were at my buddy Mike's house from Calculate Tech, and we did the LAN Party with Windows 98 machines. Well, just the other day we had another one, only instead of Windows 98 we used Windows XP. It went a little bit smoother, a lot smoother. I mean, Windows XP is, in my opinion, a lot more stable. I mean, 98 was pretty good. I mean, it was definitely more stable than Windows 95 and way more stable than Windows 3.1. But yeah, this LAN party was a lot of fun. We played a pretty good variety of games, and yeah, a lot of good conversations, and got a couple interviews with some of the guys about what kind of machines they were using. So yeah, I'd say it was a pretty successful event. So we're going to look into how the LAN party went and talk about the machines and have a little bit of gameplay footage. So sit back and hang tight, and we're going to look at LAN party number 2, this time on JTech95. So I got to the LAN party a little bit earlier than everyone else to help Mike get the place set up. Got my computer set up, which is a Dell Precision T3400 with a Intel Core 2 Duo E6550 running at 2.33 GHz, 3.5 gigs of RAM, and the graphics card is an ATI Radeon HD 3870. But yeah, little by little the guys started showing up, and it was a lot of fun seeing all the different builds that everyone brought to play with. Yeah, didn't take us too long to get everything set up, hooked up, networked, and everything. Yeah. A lot of different machines, whether it was Dell, HP. Think we had a couple just random custom builds in there too. But yeah, let's talk to some of the guys about their builds. So right here we got my buddy James.
Hello.
Got his machine all set up. Actually, pretty darn similar to the one I brought, a T3500. I got a T34. What you got in this thing?
So we have 4 gigs of RAM. It's a Xeon W3530 processor, and it has a GTX 750. So we'll go in Device Manager, and I think I'm right. Yep. It's like 650 Ti actually.
Okay. Cool.
And it plays everything at the ultra high settings. It's pretty nice.
Very, very nice. Very nice machine.
Thank you.
All right. What's up, Mark? So what you got here?
Well, I went for portability, but this is one of the most unique laptops from the era. This is the Dell XPS M1730. I think I got that number right. But it is a dual-core 2.4 gigahertz. Very, very large, as you can see.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah. About twice as big as any other laptop. It has a GeForce 8700 GT and 4 gigabytes of RAM. Mostly got this not only for the novelty, but also for portability. Works just as well as any desktop does. And you can tell I got the monitor, keyboard set up. It was just like playing on a desktop for this purpose, and been serving me pretty well.
Awesome. I like the way you have it set up too. It saves space. It's like a monitor stand.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Thank you. So this is Kevin. So what do you got here for a build?
So this is a quad-core Q950, I believe it is. 9550, 4 gigs of RAM, DDR2. It's an old build that I set up for doing video capture back in the day.
Okay. I like the knobs up here on the front.
Oh yeah, the analog fan controllers.
Cool. What you got for a graphics card?
Oh, this thing's running a 550 Ti, I believe. Display adapters, yep. GTX 550 Ti.
Very nice.
So it'll run just about anything I can throw at it, and I'm obviously not using a high-res monitor.
Yeah, neither am I.
So,
But I mean, it does the job, and as long as you can see what you're doing, it works.
And this actually ran Windows 10 for a very, very short time when it was first released as an experimental candidate.
Oh my.
Spent most of its life running Windows 7.
Okay. Now I can see that. Windows 10, might be pushing it a little.
It hurt a little bit.
I can imagine.
It hurt a little bit.
I can imagine. But yeah, very, very nice machine. Thank you. And we got the host of the party himself, Mike.
Hey everybody.
So what you got for a build here? Very, very bright.
It's the best looking one of the bunch, as you can see.
Probably the coolest too, in terms of temperature as well.
Yeah, it's got plenty of air cooling. So I'm rocking the Core 2 Duo E8600, the fastest Core 2 they made. And it's a GTX 480 with aftermarket cooler on it because I couldn't handle the noise. It's water cooled. We got 4 gigs of RAM. And it's a rock star. Runs everything beautifully.
Wow. This is very, very incredible for an XP machine.
Yeah.
Very, very nice though. Wow, look at that. Wow, that is something else. Cool, thanks. So over here we got a IBM Think Center being run by Steve, but brought by James.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve had a little bit of computer issues. That's what's great about the LAN party is you go through the process of actually getting your computer going, and sometimes things work and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, I've been there multiple times.
So it's adds a little drama to the day. But this was a IBM Pentium 4. It's a 3.2 gigahertz, 4 gigs of RAM. And this one does have an SSD drive, only because it was pretty slow with the spinning rust, but that's okay. Display adapter is an NVIDIA GeForce 8600 GTS.
Okay.
And you know, plays everything just fine. We had to add a sound card to this particular computer because the drivers were never figured out on this thing. So we're happy to have those sources for those older cards. So.
Okay. Cool. What machine were you going to bring? Like, what's your at-home machine?
It's an abomination.
It's an abomination? Hey, we like abominations.
Yeah, it's just scrap parts I had around that threw together.
Okay.
You know,
Just custom build. Cool. I've still have like 4 or 5 of those sitting around the house. I use for parts, and sometimes I play with them, and other times I just kind of throw them together and see what happens.
yeah. I think it was a Core 2 E8100.
Okay.
Relatively.
Okay. So what's up, Jordan? What you got?
My machine, what is it? It's, I think, an old Hewlett Packard. And it's, I think I upgraded it with 4 gigs of RAM. No, it's got 3 gigs of RAM, an Athlon X2 4200 plus, and the GeForce 9800 GT.
Okay. Runs pretty well, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's pretty good for the era.
Cool. I like the monitor you got, too.
The monitor's from a different gateway computer, but it works pretty well. It's got little speakers in it, so.
Very, very nice. Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
So after getting the lowdown from some of the guys on what their builds were all about, I talked to James a little bit and asked him, what got the idea of doing these LAN parties started. And yeah, he gave me quite a bit of information on what got the LAN party started. So let's see what he had to say about that.
So we used to do these back in the day as a family or whatever, and we started this up in like 2018, 2019 time frame, and the idea is to create the cheapest hobby possible. And it's cool to buy them and everything off of eBay or other places, but it's better to garbage pick them, get them from your mom, get them from grandma, get them from, just dumpster dive to get these things, and then you get some parts to modify them so they play the games, because sometimes the best computers are the ones that are so mass produced that they're everywhere. They're lighter, they're easier to carry around. This is a lot heavier, but if you had a machine that you would see at Circuit City or Best Buy or something, they're actually easier to handle. Yeah, e-machines, yeah. We haven't had an e-machines in our group yet, so later on.
What?
I can change that.
I had 2 of my own. I threw them both away because they were both busted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, and you said Windows XP machines are a lot easier to come by.
Yeah, the XP machines are just, they don't have the mystique that the older machines have. So
like the 486s.
486s and early Pentium regulars, those cost way more money than an XP machine. So, and the drivers are usually pretty readily available still on the internet. Although if you get a company that's been bought and sold a bunch of times, sometimes you miss them. But archive.org sometimes has full restore discs for them, so that's very convenient if you're just starting out.
Indeed. Cool, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So one of the games that we played at the LAN party was a very heavily modified version of Doom 2. My friend Mark was one of the guys who helped put the modded version together. It was a deathmatch style. It's basically everybody against everybody. So let's talk to Mark a little bit and see what the modded Doom 2 was all about and how they got it put together.
First, this is ZDoom. It's the last Doom source port that was compatible with Windows XP. The mods that we're using, the base of it came from a mod I downloaded a long time ago, where basically could replace the rear rocket launcher with an IMS claw and replace rockets with an IM fireball. I thought that was kind of neat, and then I started going into Dehacked, which is the old DOS way of modifying Doom.
Yep.
And I decided, okay, I'm going to replace all the actors in it, the monsters, the players, everything with imps. Everything is imps. So it's impossible to tell who's who unless they're, shooting at you. And then I decided to go a step forward with that and change all the other weapons. Some of them just fire really fast, and some of them are almost completely different. And then, on top of that, I had another project going on where I took sound bites off of Michael Jackson albums and replaced every single sound in Doom 2 with Michael Jackson sound bits.
It's awesome.
Said it's awesome.
And then for that, I also started replacing the music with Michael Jackson music. So, and finally, there were some Doom maps that we made back when we were around, that my brother, myself, and our cousin made back when we were around 13 years old. And I just went through and mainly just kind of cleaned them up, made them less offensive to the eyes, and then I made some more Doom levels. So now we have, I believe we're up to about 8 different levels that are deathmatch oriented, of course, I'm always building more of them. My next project is going to be recreating Battlefield's Wake Island in Doom, which is going to be interesting. But,
Cool.
That's where we're at right now.
Cool. Well, we're going to see how this goes. We got 6 people playing on this one?
6 people, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, let's see how this goes.
This is probably the ugliest level we have. It gets better from here.
God, I can't see anything.
Steve Jobs turned spatula.
Funny. Where'd he go? Oh, he's got the barrel on. I've got it.
Yeah, so playing the modded Doom 2 was an awful lot of fun. The sound effects made it a little distracting at times, but that definitely didn't make it any less fun. It was an absolute blast. I think we played this a lot more than any of the other games we were planning on playing because it was so cool. A couple of the other games that we played at the LAN party were Star Wars Jedi Academy, as shown here. Played Battlefield 2 for a little bit, Halo, and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Took a little while to get back into the swing of things, because some of these games I hadn't played in a long time. Once I got back into the swing of it, it was like second nature. The LAN party, in and of itself, was an absolute success. We all had a lot of fun conversing, swapping stories, and of course, playing games. We're hoping to do another one of these LAN parties in the future. Not sure what operating system we're going to be basing the LAN party on next time, but I'm sure it'll be great. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all like and subscribe if you like what you saw, and I'll see you next time.